about my generation. Talking about my generation. Talking about my generation.
So I asked them when we were coming to this as a warm-up, I'd like to really think about all these online campaigns we see. It's like white noise, and what stands out as some of the best ones that we've seen. So I'm just going to pull some up that the panel has brought up.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back to your man. Now back to me.
Deodorant in general is not necessarily, I guess, one of the sexiest products you could have. And when you have old in the name to begin with, trying to update it and target it towards a 20-something audience, you have to think outside of the box. What this campaign has done is it's leveraged traditional advertising, Facebook, and then using Twitter-submitted questions to answer those via YouTube. So it's a really collaborative campaign, and it's really done a good job of updating the brand.
Everybody that I talk to always says that they hate companies and brands that get you to like them for contest. Yet all my friends are signing up for the Orbit's 50 Faves and sharing it with their friends on their social networks. So I think something that can kind of overcome that obstacle that most people have, and those same people that object are using this, is a pretty bold statement for being successful.
I've always liked this campaign. There's not a lot of bells and whistles, but what I like about it is also something that in a recent study that was done on millennials and generations using social media, some of the top things that keep people engaged are things like authenticity, being genuine, consistency, and they have all of that. They're consistent not only with their brand and message across all of the different platforms, but they're also very consistent in their posting.
So conversely, I asked them to bring their best campaigns, what they thought was awesome. I think we'll learn a lot more by what the worst campaigns were.
How not to use Twitter, as far as I'm concerned. Kenneth Cole tweeted this at the height of the Arab Spring uprising back in February. I and many other people were reasonably upset about it, and not only did Kenneth Cole apologize, there were immediately a number of parody Twitter accounts sprung up in its wake.
So Hail to the V started out as a traditional TV ad and also has some in print. There are a couple of reasons. Personally, I think it's cringeworthy. Personally, the way it touches me as a woman, I don't like it. It's distasteful. But from a marketing perspective, there was really not a lot of implementation on social media platforms to make it relevant. It just seemed like they said, hey, we have this great campaign. We need to be in social media. Therefore, let's just put it on YouTube and create a longer version. And I don't really think it answers any, it answers any need or any sort of goal in mind. It's very unclear. It just seemed like they were trying too hard. So this is my personal perspective. I would love to hear what Carter has to say.
What the heck? And the bigger scope of things, it's when ads like this happen and people see them on TV, then they see them online. The unfortunate thing is that smaller companies and other people say, well, if it worked for them and a big company's doing something, I'll just do something shocking. And then it comes out terribly distasteful because there's no brand behind it, there's no marketers behind it, because they know exactly where to cross the line, where to stop, where not to. And it sets an example that other companies will grab onto and go, oh, we'll just do something shocking and it's a good idea, and it's not.
Well, actually, I am in my junior seminar multiculturalism class for the honors program at DePaul. And we were actually having this discussion about how, it wasn't my opinion, it was someone in my class, and she said that she doesn't find anything shocking in marketing or ads anymore. And I believe when you watch something like this, it is shocking, it is scandalous, and I think that our generation has kind of become a little more numb to it because that's how we have grown up. There's so much sex in marketing and on the billboards for, even just all those shoes or, Hollister ads, something like that. That maybe we're desensitized a little bit to it, but that's on a broader scale. What do you guys think?
I will say that at least in its offensiveness, it was comprehensive. Yeah. At least in